I'm just learning how to just be a daughter. I just thank him for just choosing me. I just like know that he just trusted I'm going to get the job done. And I'm like, man, God is just entrusting me with so much. I just want to just show up. I just want to show up. I know like he's not expecting me to have it all together. He just needs for me to show up, you know. So hey y'all, so this is very different. I'm going to first be going in with this right here. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. You can buy this anywhere, really. I got mine from CVS. You can go to Walmart, Target, CVS. This is in the color Ice. Baby, let's get into this quality. Get into it. All right, y'all. So we're going to do a little hand sanitizing. 1-2 real quick. Okay. But come close. Let's talk. I just want to say that. So I did like most of my skincare already. For my under eye, I use Glow Recipe, Paula's Choice for the Win. I really love this stuff. This is the brand Topicals. This is a brightening serum for those of us who struggle with hyperpigmentation, which I do. This is the moisturizer that I use. And finally, sunscreen. I treat my skin according to the season it's in. Oh, that's a word. But I treat my skin according to the season that it's in. And yeah, we just go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the primer. This is the One Size Primer. Secure the Blur is the title of it. And this is what it looks like, the consistency. I've already kind of like did my brows offline, off camera, because I was like, I don't really, because as I was doing my brows, I was like, dang, like I low-key want to like get on camera. Here we are. I was like, I kind of want to talk because I was in a meeting this morning, or rather this afternoon rather, and it went so well. And I just kind of wanted to get on and just like kind of talk about that. So this is not a tutorial at all. This is just simply me, y'all getting ready with me. For my brows, I used the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Java. It comes with like a pen and a spoolie. What I used first in my brows was the NYX or the NYX, the brow glue. This is pretty cool. I feel like it can be a tad bit oily. I don't know if it's because I have oily skin already or what's up with that, but I feel like it kind of like can get oily sometimes. So for my brows, I use interchangeable products as well. So I do the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in Java, and I also do the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Chocolate, and it looks like this. This is the NYX. So I think I've only done this like once, and it was on like TikTok, and that was like a while ago. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I was in like a meeting this morning and it went so well, glory be to God. I knew it was gonna go well, but it was like, what we talked about was just like a bit unexpected. I didn't expect for us to like discuss what we discussed. Now I'm gonna go in with my foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. This is Beautiful Skin in the shade Warm Chilled, number 13. Boop. And we just gonna line the eyebrows out with this because I'm going from, I guess, I don't know if this is not a tutorial. This is not a tutorial. Because I'm like, you naming products, sis, so is it a tutorial? No, I'm just informing the people. Can't forget the brushes. Hold on, let me do my brows and we'll come back. All right, y'all, so we're back. I'm just kind of letting my foundation sit. Help me, Holy Spirit. What is it that I'm trying to say? What is it that you want me to say? So one of the things that we discussed was dismantling shame, right? And y'all, like, I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to shame, that is something that I'm like currently like has been like highlighted in my life that I deal with. Like I was telling her, I just believe that like as people, we have one, it may be one thing for some, it may be many for others, but like we all have something that we've done or currently are doing, and we're not as confident to speak out about it because of shame being attached to it. And that could just be shame and like fear, and just like whether that be like fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of just like fear of just like feeling like nobody is gonna want to deal with me after this. You know what I'm saying? You know what kind of fear I'm talking about, because we all have something. And I just really feel like what the project that we were discussing, like just like working on, I'm like, I just really believe like we're in a season, we're not coming into it like we're already here, where God is really like raising up bold and vulnerable leaders, like bold and vulnerable leaders, just like leaders that people can like feel safe with, and like people will get a reflection of God's safety through us as his leaders, if that makes sense. I really don't want that much makeup on, but every time I say that, I end up doing a full face. Like, come on. But yeah, like I just feel like God is just like raising up like leaders who are like naked and unafraid. Like, he really wants his children to be naked and unafraid. I feel like for so long we've just like had like this armor of just like protection that we ourselves built, but that God like this man-made armor that we built to like protect ourselves. And something that God had to remind me of this morning was, Alexis, I'll never put you in a position to embarrass you. Like, if anything, like I'm like using you as a vessel to like free other people. And a lot of times we think that we're the only one going through something. Whole time your next door neighbor going to do the same exact thing. But it's like now y'all both can experience freedom. Like now y'all both can experience like total healing and deliverance because of your confession. So something else something else that God has been like emphasizing in my life is the power of confession. And you know, the enemy will try to use like shame, embarrassment, and guilt to really silence us. And I just believe like God is like, no, like I'm putting my frontliners out here, and they really finna like free my children. Something else we discussed was just like the spirit of heaviness. As she was, as she mentioned that, I began to think, Holy Spirit dropped in my spirit, just like a vision of just like track runners, right? And he was just showing me how like I may have to like stop and charge my camera. Dang. Obviously the Bible talks about running our race with endurance, right? And it's just like he was just like, you don't see track runners wearing like fur coats and like carrying all this stuff when they're running the race. First of all, the intent is to win. The intent is to finish and win. And it's just like, you don't see these track runners out here running with all this baggage. You don't see them running with like all this extra stuff on. And I believe like God was just saying like, that's how I want my children. I really want my children to be free. Like, I'm tired of my children just saying, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. And they're not walking in it. They're not walking their race out in it. Like, no, I actually want you to be free from that very thing that you're ashamed of. I actually want you to be free from that thing that you're scared to tell people about. Like, I want you to be free from that. I really want you to walk in total healing, total freedom this year. Like, in this month, in this coming hour. Like, I really believe like that's what God, has just been like pressing upon my heart. So I just thank God that he's not only a God who sees, but he's a God who meets. Like, he literally meets you where you are. And that's just something he's also been emphasizing me is like, Alexis, just like I saw Hagar, just like I saw Hagar, I see you. Just like I met Hagar, I'm meeting you right where you are. Like, I know it feels like you're alone. I know you may feel like I'm embarrassing you, but I'm actually helping you. How many times have we mislabeled the hand of God, So shout out to God. Like, he just so good. And I just know that like whatever he has for me to share, whatever he has just for any of his children to share, it's to better us as people. It's to better us as leaders. And blessed are those who endure. Blessed are those who are persecuted for proclaiming the gospel or just for just doing the work of the Lord. We're blessed. So I just really believe like God is taking my ministry, he's taking my world to the next level. And he's literally like, I need you to go in this totally trusting me. Like, I need you to go into this leaving behind what was familiar, leaving behind what you once knew, how you think it's going to go, how you assume that I view a situation, as my friend would say, was mentioning. But just like, he's literally like, leave all that at the door and let me just do what I know to do best. And I'm just like, wow, God, you got it, you know, because I'm not trying to like overplay my part on like, or like step on your toes. Like, I want you to do what only you can do in my life. So that's just like where I am. It's just like really letting God do his thing, and like me like not getting in the way. I don't know how I feel about this. I really want to be like supernatural, so honestly I'm not really tripping. It's just like, I'm like, God, like I just want your will to be done. I just want to do your will, because like something else I was convicted of this morning was just like, we're in a very serious season, and this is the last time. This not the last time, but this is not the time to like play. Like, this is not the time to ignore that holy conviction. This is not the time to be disobedient. This is not the time to act like you have time. Because the thing is, a lot of us have been very lax and very slow to what it is that God is calling us to do. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, put some pep in your step, because there's souls to be saved. Like, it's not about you. Something that God reminded me of yesterday was, you are building something that other people are going to benefit from. And it's just like, if you are slow to building, they are slow to being healed. They are slow to getting what it is that they need. And then the person that you get what I'm saying? It's just like a whole like domino effect. So it's just like, you not doing what he has called you to do is actually like hurting like so many people, whether those people like are attached to you, or you know, whatever that may look like for you. I was watching this prophetess this morning. She was just saying like, whatever God is calling you to do, just do it. Like, it may not make sense, it may hurt, it may leave your heart shattered, it may leave your mind confused, but just do it. Just do it. Because listen, the thing is, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he's not about to like just like have us fumble. Like, he's not a God that sets us up for failure. Like, if anything, it may be, you know, it may be viewed as, oh, like God, it may be viewed as like God is embarrassing you, or God is taking things away and stripping you of this, that, and the third. But like, y'all, he literally just wants like the best for us. Like, he really does. Oh, got me a little concealer right there. But like, he really just like wants the best for us. And I'm just like, thank you, God, for just like wanting the best for me. And I just pray like, as we just like navigate this season, that like God will just give you the courage to do whatever it is that he's calling you. I pray that God gives you the strength. He gives you a renewed mind to receive it, you know, and not be so stuck on what you don't understand, like, but that he will give you the understanding that you need in due time, and that he will, I don't like that part right there. Child, at this point I was a little frazzled because I did not like how my makeup was coming out, but I was gonna make it work because this word was so good, and I was just so excited to film this video. But the show must go on. Hold on, I need a napkin. To say the least, we're in a very serious time, and like, this is not the time where you want to play with the word, play with God, or, you know, take his grace for granted. Like, this ain't the time to be doing that. It's really not. That's just like where we are, where I am, and just where my head is right now. I'm just like, God, you know, there's stuff that you calling me to do, and it hurts. Like, I honestly don't want to do it. Obviously I'm going to do it because I just felt really strongly this morning. Stop playing with fire. I don't want to play with fire, because when you play with fire, there's a high probability that you're going to get burned. So I'm just like, yeah, just really choosing my battles wisely. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish the lighting. Yeah, I know it's dark, y'all, but just bear with me. This is Beauty Bakerie. It's called Snackaroon. I use the same thing to bronze my nose. If you don't have a relationship with God, now is the best time to get that in order, because y'all, we in our last days. You'll receive a love like never before. Even me myself, I'm like, you know, like learning to receive God's love. Like, I feel like, because like I never really felt loved by my earthly father, it's just been kind of difficult for me to like receive like the love of God and just like to trust God, like just, you know. Oh, by the way, this is the mascara I'm using. Just like learning to trust God. I'm learning so much right now. Like, I'm also reading a book my friend bought me. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on. This is the book that my friend bought me. It's called Leadership and Loneliness by Joseph W. Walker. And I just started in it. I did a live back in January, like literally January 1st. I went Instagram live and like God was like, I'm calling you to lead while you bleed. And I kid you not, look what it says. Leading while bleeding. God is so good. He's so faithful. And I just thank him for just choosing me. I just like know that he just trusted I'm going to get the job done. And I'm like, man, God has just entrusted me with so much. And I just want to just show up. I just want to show up. I know like he's not expecting me to have it all together. He just needs for me to show up, you know. So I'm just learning how to just be a daughter in this season of my life. Like just really be a daughter. Stop trying to worry about having everything figured out. You can ask my mom. I wasn't one of like those fast girls growing up, like in a rush to be grown. I actually never wanted to be grown. Never. I was not in a rush to be an adult. But I believe like I've been stewarding my adulthood very well, the best that I can. Just by simply learning to give myself grace, because I don't have it all figured out. I'm learning every day. Like before I'm a 26-year-old African-American woman, I'm a daughter. He's let me like venture off and like do my own thing. And like literally girls came running back. I came running back because I'm like, yeah, Dad, it's dangerous out there. Like God literally was just waiting on me. Like he's just so gracious, but he's also a God of wrath. Like he's definitely not a God to be played with. And that's something else I was reminded of this morning. It was just so much that I've like just being like reminded of. And one of the main things is like God is not a punk. And I think people are like just thinking like, oh, he's just sitting back watching this and he lets, girl, baby, listen, that is a man with a plan, honey. And his left hand don't even know what his right hand doing. So, but I've truly enjoyed this. Oh, and I want to talk about this because I'm pretty sure like outside looking in that it probably looks like I'm like very inconsistent. And I can admit and say that because of the circumstances of life and my response to those circumstances, I have been very inconsistent. God is dealing with me just concerning so many things, and I'm just not quick to run to social media all the time. Like, for a long time, I used to think that if I didn't post on social media in the midst of going through certain things, I wasn't a good leader. But that's a lie from the enemy. My ministry isn't limited to social media. To all the leaders out there, I just want to encourage you. And say this, that it is okay to step away and be alone with God. Don't just rush to social media just to keep up and uphold a position and a status. It is okay to go be with God and recollect. Furthermore, in that time of spending time with God, I believe that he will show you how to navigate struggles and leadership at the same time, how to manage your issues and upholding the position that he's called you to. I believe that God has placed me in the position of a leader because he knows the type of grace I have for people and the heart I have for people. I really believe that's one of the reasons like he called me to be a leader, because like I have so much grace for people. Like I'm so understanding. I am very supportive. I'm super encouraging. Like, and I just thank God. And that's really how message of the day started. Here's my setting spray right here. This is the travel size. They have a bigger one, but this is the travel size Airbrush Flawless by Charlotte Tilbury. But the look came together. The lighting is, we learn it. We learn it. Living and learning. I just believe there's just so much power in transparency. There's power in like just being honest and authentic. My mom. Whatever God is calling you to do, and it's having you to step out of your comfort zone, know that it may feel or seem or appear as if he's embarrassing you, but I promise he's not. He's actually building you. He's actually building character, building your faith and trust in him. And sometimes that comes through us doing things that we probably never ever wanted to do in the beginning. Editing Alexis here. So this concludes the Get Ready With Me. I pray that you all enjoyed it. I know I did. Just being able to connect on a different level and just having a very, like, I don't know, like, it was just different. Like, I just really enjoy filming this. I just pray that he continues to move in a new way there. I'm excited to bring the gospel in a variety of ways and not just being so limited to just Instagram or just to car videos. I'm allowing God to like shift me and maneuver me and help me to navigate new avenues. So I'm excited for the new. Stay tuned for more content such as this and more. I love you guys so much. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, as well as share. Take care, and may God keep and bless you. Bye, y'all.